This question might look cheap. It is a tricky one. Majority of people may pick D, but it is not D. Let us see the reason. First of all, let's start by checking the variables that are given. Pressure and temperature. These are the two variables given. By what extent would pressure increase if the temperature is increased by 27 Kelvin? Two of them are increasing, so they are directly proportional. When pressure is directly proportional to temperature, you remember Gay-Lussac's law. According to Gay-Lussac's law, pressure is directly proportional to temperature. That is P1 over T1 equals P2 over T2. From this relation, you will see that T1 is the initial temperature, P1 is initial pressure, T2 and P2 initial temperature and pressure, respectively. And from the question, you can get all these variables. T1 initial temperature is this. So we write T1 as minus 270 degrees Celsius. But while doing calculation on Gay-Lussac's law or even Charles's law, you must convert from Celsius to absolute temperature. To do that, whatever value in degrees Celsius you get, you add 273 to it. And of course, minus 270 plus 273 will give you 3 Kelvin, right? Now, this particular temperature in Kelvin is 3. The initial pressure is 5 pascals. P1, 5 pascals. By what extent would the pressure increase if the temperature is increased by 27 Kelvin? T2, this 3 Kelvin, which is the initial value, increased by 27. That is 3 plus 27, which is actually 30 Kelvin. Final temperature is not 27 Kelvin. This is the increase in the initial temperature. So the final temperature will now become the initial temperature plus this increase, which is 3 Kelvin plus 27 Kelvin, which is 30 Kelvin, right? By what extent would the pressure increase? So this pressure now is not actually what was required. It was a change in pressure that was required. Change in pressure, which is actually P2 minus P1. But in order to get this change in pressure, you must get the actual pressure from Gay-Lussac's law. This is Gay-Lussac's law. P1 over T1 equals P2 over T2. P1 is 5 pascals. T1 is 3 Kelvin. P2, we don't know. T2 is, of course, 30 Kelvin. So we write 30. When we clear the fraction, 3 times P2 is 3P2. 5 times 30 is 150. Now, to make P2 the subject, you divide both sides by the coefficient of P2, which is 3. You divide by 3, so that P2 will give us 150 divided by 3, which is 50 pascals. Now, this is the reason I said this question is tricky. The answer is not D. This 50 is the final pressure. But the question did not ask final pressure. The question asked increase in pressure or change in pressure. It says, by what extent will the pressure increase? Now, we must, from final pressure, get that extent that pressure increased. That extent is change in pressure. And change in pressure means final pressure minus initial pressure. The final pressure, we have gotten it as 50 pascals. The initial pressure is 5 pascals. So you minus 5 from 50, 45 pascals. This is the extent at which the initial pressure 5 would increase to 50. And if you check the option, the answer is C. Now, if you watched to this point and you are not yet following, why not click on plus sign and follow us? And share this video so that others will benefit as you have just benefited. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we have a wonderful